Shift, and we're going for it. We're going for it. Oh, get in here. Get in here. Get out of the line of sight. Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. This is a dead end. Oh, hey, there's one right there. There's one right there. We're already here. Hold on. I know what I'm doing. Totally know what I'm doing. I'm going to get strength and regen. Boom and boom. And then we are going to get our blocks of dirt out. And we're going to go around it in a circle. We're going to go around it in a circle. And then we're going to find this dude. Where is he? Where is he? We'll just go around this thing in a circle. There he is. Get out of here. Get out of here. You ain't got none on me. Take that. Take that. Strength and regen. Take it. Take it right in the face. You ain't got nothing on me. Look at my health. It's fine. It's starting to go down, but it's fine. Oh, yeah. We got one down. We got one down, guys. Oh, yeah. Here's the other one. Boom. Boom. Right in the face. Right in the tail. Take it in the booty. Boom. Aha. You can't even get away. Can't even get away. Take it. Yes. Yes. Oh, and I got a sponge. Oh, my goodness. Guys, this was a success. Get over here. Come on. Take your beating like you deserve. Guys, this ain't bad. Everybody was making this out to be like this was awful. Either that or I'm a baller. I'm a boss. Oh, yeah. Isn't this this is it, I think. Yep, there it is. There's the gold. We'll come back and tear this place apart. Oh, my goodness, we found it. And there was a hole to get up here, too. What is going on, everybody? Spartan Overdrive here, and welcome back to Hybridcraft, the Minecraft Let's Play, where we like to do all the things. And today, the thing we're going to do is we're going to get back out of this view, and we're going to walk down this way right here. Because, as you guys remember, on the last episode, we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do with this bridge situation here. We had an idea that I got from Mr. BC. We talked about that last episode, and I got some good ideas from you guys. I got some good ideas from BC himself, actually, on how to incorporate this stuff a little bit differently. The thing I don't like about the armor stands is, one, they're entities. I think that's going to slow down the world a little bit, but for two, they look like their armor. When you look at it like that, it doesn't look like anything special. I wanted it to look a little bit different. I wanted it to be recessed down in there a little bit. So BC had the idea, and I guess what he might do is he said, put them on top of a chest. And so I tried that, then I realized, you know what, I can use this thing here as well. They will actually, let's see if we can do this. You can see how this is recessed into the block a little bit more than that one there. And then Legion gave me the idea to put the mob heads on them. Those are going to be stinking expensive, but that is an idea. But yeah, it falls down in here, right? So there's a lot of different things that the chest or the armor stands can fall onto, and that kind of helps it out quite a bit. And you can see what happened there. In fact, this thing sucked up the block, didn't it? It surely did. So as you can see, I've got it all here in place because I'm still not sure exactly which direction I want to go with it yet. It's one of those things, like I said last episode, you just kind of have to step away from it, think about it, and then you come back to it, and it all makes sense all of a sudden. So, but everybody seems to like the armor stands for the most part, so we may keep them, and we may add some stuff to them, and we'll get something worked out all right. I'm not too worried about that, but let's continue our journey down this path and look at what we got here. Lo and behold, we got a brand new funkified building up in our world here. And this is from Mr. BC himself. I invited him onto my world here. I got it on a server situation so he could come on and show me how he does the amazing things he does. And lo and behold, you wouldn't believe it, but I had a crazy power outage. We had some crazy storms come through, and in fact, I got one tonight. So if this seems a little disjointed tonight, I apologize. I'm trying to record while I can because I don't want what to happen the other night to happen again, and that was that my power went out on me, and I lost 2.5 hours of footage. Every last ounce of it was gone. So you're just gonna take my word for it. BC did actually build this himself. And so I am going to take us around a little tour of what it is, why it is, and some of the things that he did that I think is pretty neat that I'm going to start incorporating a little bit. The first thing I think that is the cool thing, by the way, what is this? What is this thing? It is, let's read it word for word over here. BC said this is the Machine Keeper's Shop. And he told me the idea is it's a little bit of a mad scientist situation, and his inspiration he got from just himself, but also the reason he made this was, I think, a little bit inspired by what I do here in the world with all the moving machinery parts and stuff like that. And I've got some great ideas on this thing, and that's what we're going to focus on today, along with a couple other things. But I think we might get into some animations, guys. I know you guys like those, so stick around. We'll get some of those in at the end. But quickly, let's talk about this situation going on here. So as you can see, there's no door on it first and foremost. I got to figure that he kind of left that for me to do. He left a few things for me to do. That, and he said, go ahead and funkify the roof up like I do, because I guess he likes that, and I do too. So I might do a little something with the roof to kind of give it a little bit of something going on. And we got to find a door for this thing, because there's nothing in the front, there's nothing around back, and we got to figure out something to do with that. I don't know what I'm going to come up with yet, but we'll come up with something. But what I do like about this thing, a lot about it, something he mentioned to me, one of the ways that he gets all these crazy design ideas is that he leaves literally no spawnable spaces on this entire structure. That's not something that I am very good at doing. So, and I've kind of just given up on that. I don't even worry about it anymore. I just go to bed as soon as I can. But I tell you what, let's see if we can get a little bit better again. In fact, why don't we do this on occasion, don't we? Why don't we go into game mode C just to get a little bit better view of this thing? Take a look all the way around it. But as you can see, this is very industrial. That's the whole idea. We might have a little bit of a loft situation. It's a little bit of a living and workplace all at the same time for this individual, kind of like we did over here at the blacksmith shop. How we've got a living quarters inside and we've got the blacksmith's work area outside. It kind of makes sense, especially back in the day. They did that a lot, I believe. But as you can see right here, he's got a bit of a dock situation on a second level. That's kind of cool, man. Kind of cool. And you know what I'm thinking we might need to do here? We might need to build a cart, a wagon type cart of some sort that we can load and unload. And that might be what we do with the crane here. We might animate that. So he's got this crane, and this is so cool to me. I don't know why. Like, why have I never seen or heard of something like this? It's like a rebar, not a rebar, like an I-beam. It looks like, even though it's not that shape, it kind of looks like it for some reason to me. But it's cool, man. And then you got these things that can run along it. I really like it, man. It's really cool. So I can imagine this thing going in and out. So what I'm thinking we do is we animate this thing. Maybe we put like a little, there's room for a little alleyway right here. Maybe we put like a little carriage parked in the alleyway, and it's going to offload stuff off of it onto the dock. And then maybe it has to pull it up here for some reason. It's got some storage area. We got to put some stuff up there, right? That could be super cool. So that's one animation idea that we got going on that we could do. Second thing, if we work our way around this side over here, you can see he's got this huge tank. Something, I mean, I wouldn't say it's simple, but it's cool, right? I mean, it makes sense. It's not like out of this world necessarily, but I would have never thought of it. I don't know why. It just never would have crossed my mind to build a big tank like that, fill it up with water or something. I think it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. And I've got some ideas behind this too. What I'm thinking, I'm not sure, and this isn't an animation so much as it's just something anybody can do, really. I'm thinking about creating a little bit of a cycle here where we have a bunch of items that are continually pouring off the top of this thing down into this big barrel. And then somewhere down in here, the items collect, and then they get shot back up a item elevator of some sort, and then repeat the whole cycle all over again. I think that could be really cool. We could just see a little junk. And you know what would be great there? If this is a mad scientist situation, if that's what's going on here, some great things to spill over the edge might just be all the junk that we're trying to get rid of from our fishing farm and all that kind of mess over there that we have collecting in our loot area over on that side. So maybe we just take some random junk and spill it off here, because this guy's crazy, right? This mad scientist BC we're talking about over here. So, yeah, we might do something like that. And then look back here, man. He put in like some kind of crazy machine thing. Look, we got dials going on. We got some kind of piston machinery going on here. This is sick, man. This is really cool. Really cool. And I think we could maybe make this move too. And I don't think we would need animation for this one either. This could probably all be done with redstone. Now, can I do that? No, that's a whole other thing. I don't know about that, if I can do that or not. But I think we could make that move. I don't know if we'll get around to that necessarily, but I think that could be a cool little deal. And this might end up being where we put the door right here. Let's take a look inside real quick. If we get inside, it's a similar setup to what we did over there. And this is something I want to incorporate in the world more. I want to have more variety in height. And I talked about it with towers. I talked about some other stuff, but even within the build itself, over here, you know, you walk up just a little bit to get into the main area. You walk down just a little bit to get into kind of a half basement or whatever. And then you've got all these pieces that stick off of it. BC's done the same thing here. And I've kind of gotten away from that for some reason. Well, we've been building houses and stuff. You know, we'll get back to that. There's some cool ideas over there too, but let's focus on the here and now, what's in front of us right here. So we have this unloading dock area, or this loading dock area, whatever you want to call it. And then we come in here, and then we've got a bed and stuff because that's what we were using. But maybe this is a living quarters, maybe not, because this is a pretty industrial area, right? This is the machine here. I don't think you would want to live right here. Maybe if you blocked this off or something, you could have a little bitty living quarters right there. That might work. But this area here is pretty cool. And then I guess there's another area up here, isn't there? I don't think I've been up here. And I think it's just a real small little, yeah, just a small little store. It's kind of like a hayloft or something if this were a barn. And then downstairs, of course, there's no way to it, but we've got a little bit of basement here to work with as well. So all kinds of opportunity. Maybe this is where the living quarters is for this particular place. That might make sense actually. So we might do something like that. But this is the whole build in the entirety, I do believe. So I think you guys have a good idea of what it is, what it's all about now. So my goal now is to figure out where in the world I'm going to put a door. I got to knock up this roof and make it look a little bit crazy to fit in with the world a little bit better. I think I want to put a little alleyway right here. I really like the idea, and I've got to figure out if I want to do a cart design or what I want to do exactly. I got something in mind. We'll see what I can do and what I can come up with, and then once we get all that going, maybe we can figure out how to animate this thing. I think that would be the coolest thing to do today if we could. And maybe we'll get around to doing some stuff over here. I'm not sure. This animation business and some of these other things that I do, pretty simple. They don't really do a whole lot, it doesn't seem like, but it takes me a little while to kind of figure it out sometimes, guys. So bear with me. I think it's going to be worth it and cool because I really want some moving parts over here. And oh my goodness, I got some stuff to catch up with you as well. So let's go catch up on a couple other things, and when we come back, we're going to have this thing all knocked out and ready to go. Guys, do you remember, if you came to any of my live streams, I've been complaining an awful lot about this area over here, how it's always broken. These awesome, cool moving parts we got going on, this wheat windmill, this cool little water wheel with the sawmill going. Look at it all working just fine and dandy right now. Oh my goodness. I got to give a huge shout out to my buddy, my administrator of the server here, Mr. Elysian Castaic. Man, he has some great ideas. So if you missed it in the last stream, I just want to let you guys know, because this episode is a little bit focused on animations, and I'm going to kind of try to show you a little bit better about how we work with the structure blocks, kind of let you guys see what I do, how I do it, and hopefully encourage you guys to do the same thing. Any hoozle, he figured it out. And what the deal is, if you guys are into doing this kind of stuff yourself, from now on, apparently there's been a change of some sort to where this stuff has to be all saved. Let's see if we can take a look. Which one's closer? Let's go over here. This stuff has to all be saved in lowercase letters when we get to the structure blocks themselves. And I had actually noticed some kind of funny stuff with them, but if you, oh, that's not where that was supposed to be. Oh, let's go back to creative here because we can't access it otherwise. But see, it's called WG135. Don't worry about the names of these things, but the point is it's all in lowercase now, and that is apparently a new thing that I missed out on. I didn't know about, because I had capitalized letters in there just to indicate the first letter of each word, just to make it easier on everybody that downloaded this stuff if they wanted to put it in their own world and see it for themselves. And so apparently that's a thing you can no longer do, and we figured that out. And I just wanted to make it as simple as that is, man. You overlook these simple little things, you know. Oh my goodness, it makes it's made I'm like on cloud 9 about it still. I can't believe it's still working. And by the way, we're on a server right now. I've got my world uploaded to the server, and these things didn't work at all on the server. They just kind of worked here and there when they were on my local PC, and then they would just break all the time, and I have to go fix them. But now it seems like they're going to go forever. And the other thing he did that really seems to make a difference is he changed our world spawn to this area right here. And that means that all of these chunks that these things are in will stay loaded forever. So we don't have to worry about that. And in the future, what we do and what we'll do today when we get to our animation over there, we will make sure that when we save something, we're going to save it all in the same chunk. And the easy way to do that and to know if you're in the right chunk, if you hit F3 and then G while holding F3, you pull up this crazy grid, right? And as long as you're in this grid, you're within one chunk. This is a chunk border. And so from now on, I'm going to save all my structure blocks inside one chunk like that, if at all possible, because I think that's going to be a key to keeping these things running and keeping our world looking good all the time. So let's get some more life in our world. This is one of the things that's been holding me up, guys. One of the reasons we hadn't been getting more of this animation coolness in our world is because it keeps breaking, and I didn't want to cause myself more headache. But now that we got it fixed, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Let's get after it. All right, guys, we are back. We have not animated anything yet. I want to kind of show you guys what I've done to kind of set up for that and touch on a few things that I may have forgotten earlier, so consider this a little bit of a teaser. We'll get to moving this thing later, but I guess first and foremost, where do we even start? As an entrance, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. I don't know where the front door is going to be, but I'm kind of thinking, since this is a little bit of a mad scientist situation, he hadn't planned out too much. I think it's fine the way it is. I'm not going to put an entrance other than this way up on the dock right here, which is booyah, baby. Look at this, floating ladders. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, I'm excited when we get into, I think 1.13, they have hinted, or maybe even explicitly stated, that they're going to put in custom crafting recipes. And I believe the way that works is you can actually create your own crafting recipes for blocks that already exist in the game. One of those blocks is this barrier block right here, and if I select it, you can see them right there. And that is something I'm looking forward to using, because look at that. That is just cool. Tell me that's not cool. It's cool, okay? I'm not even listening to you anymore. So anyways, I think that's super cool and something I'm going to incorporate around the world a little bit more, just to add a little bit more depth and variety and uniqueness, I guess you could say. And so, and it kind of goes with the whole motto here of do everything. You know, let's do all the things. So that's what we did. Now, next thing I did over here was this little cart. Now, since it's Minecraft and it's BC specifically, like I don't want running vehicles in this world. Now, I'm going to leave this one a little bit vague. It's possible he could be up to some mad scientist expertise here. He could possibly get this thing going with some kind of magical motor that's missing somewhere. I don't know how he powers it, but we've got these little things here. The idea is maybe he hooks them up to a horse. I don't know, but we got a couple options there, so you can walk around and see all the crazy thing he's been collecting. We've got a little bit of a crate here with some handles going on to haul our soul sand in. We've got some diamond blocks, of course, because let's face it, guys. I want to show you this right here. Peek in there. Boom, it's explosive. That's what I'm talking about right there. But yeah, basically all kinds of little goodies. But what I was about to say is, what kind of Diamond Society member would be at home in a place without a little bit of diamond? So I added one there and one on the back side. That's pretty much all I did, I do believe. Other than, let's see the roof up here. We are in creative mode because I was about to get into animation, and I wanted to show you guys what I was doing first. I didn't really mess it up that much. I just changed up some blocks, and I think it adds a little bit of variety. I kind of dig it, but none of that crazy stuff like this for this build. I think it's just fine the way that it is. It's got a nice little A-frame style going on, and I kind of dig it. So yeah. So anyways, I added that there, and then he's collecting some of this stuff too. We'll talk about this in just a minute. One thing that I really like that BC did is he incorporated endstone. I am all about trying to, and we talked about this when he was building this thing, and I was kind of standing around watching him do it, acting like I was helping, but not really. And one of the things that we were talked about is I really like trying to use all the textures in the game, even if I don't like them. And this is one of them. It's a really good job. I don't know why, but I've only ever seen that. I guess I put it next to I put it next to sandstone when I first saw it, and it looks disgusting next to sandstone, in my opinion. It's like a pea green. Anyways, it's just off enough that it doesn't look good. But in this build, just kind of spotted there, man, it looks really sharp. I actually really dig it. So that's cool. The diorite, I'm not sure if that's ever gonna grow on me. We're gonna leave it there and see if it does. We're gonna see. Maybe BC would be cool with me checking out some concretes and some other stuff later on, but I think it's okay. Overall, the build is fantastic. So, but it's pretty good, and I like the way that it blends in with the dye right there. It looks really good. I actually toyed with replacing some of those with diamond blocks, but that was a lot of diamonds, and totally doable. I mean, I could totally do it. It's not that I couldn't. I mean, come on, guys. We could get diamonds for days if we really wanted to, but no, I didn't really look very good is the main thing. But also, I don't have that many diamonds. But anyways, going to this thing, I did have to change this up a little bit because this is the thing we're going to animate. And the way that he had it designed was pretty cool. It looked really good, actually. But he had it, let's ignore that A. He had it like this right here. Oh, not like that. He had it like this right here, with the signs on this, so they kind of sort of connect right there. See how that works? I really dig that. It looks sharp. It actually, I think, looks a little bit better because it's got smaller claws on it. But if I want to actually transport a goodie, I can't really do it because you place the block there and there's a big old gap, right? So that does not work for me. And then if I place this thing on top here, then this isn't going to connect. So I decided to get one of these things here because I thought it looked kind of like a claw. We'll just set that thing on top, and there we go. I think it looks pretty good. So that's how we're going to animate it. I did have to change that from the original. I actually liked his quite a bit, but it isn't going to work with the animation since I want to actually move something. So the idea, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make this thing come down here, grab that block, move it up in the air, and then go over this way here. So that's how we do it. Now, guys, if you want to know how to get this, I'm going to answer some questions now because I feel like I've led you with a few of them. If you want to get this barrier block, you're going to have to be in creative. So you're going to have to be cool with doing the little cheat sheet like me every now and then. Go into creative, and you can see all the crazy stuff I've been doing to try to get. Oh, yeah. And have you seen BC up here, by the way? This is BC right here. Oh, let's go in here. Let me show you this, too. And then I'll get back to this block. I'll keep holding it just so I remember. But this is BC operating this lever, so we're pretending this lever functions here. I may or may not show this thing toggling as he lifts it. I'm not sure if I want to include that in the animation or not, but it's something we could do, maybe. Maybe even make his hand motion. We could make BC move. Maybe. But anyways, we got just a little bit of a variety up here. This guy's collecting all kinds of crazy. He's a nut, man. He's crazy. We don't know what he's doing up here, but we know it's interesting. We know it might be even a little bit scary. He's got dynamite up here. That's a little bit on the scary side, but yeah, just a mess basically. And I'm gonna probably do that same kind of messy, just hodgepodge of random interesting items to make you think, what in the world is your plan, man? What are you doing? What are you up to? That's the whole idea. He's mysterious, man. He's got those sunglasses on. You don't know what's behind those shades. What kind of eyes are those, man? They could be shifty eyes for all I know. But anyways, so let's talk to you. Let's answer some questions. Hopefully I answer them all. If I don't, always leave a comment down below, of course. But the question I know you're all going to have, or some of you, is about these blocks here. Like I already said, you got to be in creative. And basically, you tell the game to give you, what are these called? These are called barrier blocks, right? And if I do a tab right there, it's going to give me another one. I've already got it. But now I got two because I told it to. And it does what I say. It does what I say. So that's how we do that. I'm trying to think if there's any other little unique things I did. Oh, this right here. This is the first time I've done something like this. And you guys probably all know how this works, but you basically, let's see if we can select these items again. I got that. Okay, can I get this right here now? Can I get an item frame, please? No. What if I go up from above? Is it gonna work? No, it's not. Okay, basically, you put your item in here just like you normally would. This part's easy. Do that just like you normally do, and then put your sign in behind it like that. That's all there is to it, guys. It's pretty simple. But I like that as a crate. I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm probably going to use that a little bit more here and there. Now, guys, right? One last thing before we get to this animation. I know you're jumping at the seams, but I gotta. Is it a troll? I don't know if it's a troll. I gotta tease you a little bit. If you've been missing the streams, I'm gonna catch you up, guys. Don't worry. I know people can't watch those things; they're too long. But I think a lot of you have been, and I appreciate it. We have a lot of fun. So if you're unaware, in the streams, the people that are really active, the cool cats that I call out every now and then, like BC or like Elysian or like Luigi or all of these people here, what I have done is I have allowed you guys to come in, decorate, and move in. And so one of these things is, or one of these guys is Kento. Kento's been an awesome viewer and super involved on the Discord and all that good stuff lately. He came in and decorated this house for us right here. He's even got a secret. I'm not going to show you. It's a secret. You got to go see the stream. And then you come up here, and he's got a little bit of a deal going on up here, and he's got kind of a secret up here. There's a gate here that we left open. What's going to happen if you fall out? Oh, no, we hit that thing right there. In the next update, we'll be able to bounce in the beds, too, but I think that was a really cool addition that he put in there. So Kento decorated this thing out for us. Oh, and then there's even an exterior here. So what we discussed, and I need to do this. I meant to do this already, but you know how we got BC over there? We got everybody in the world doing their jobs. Well, Kento wants to be a forest ranger. He wants to work up in the tower way over there. And the thing is, there's going to be quite a few of them. He and I discussed it. So what I'm going to do with him, he is going to be the forest ranger, but he's on holiday. It's getting evening. You know, he's not up there all the time, 24/7. Somebody else will be a forest ranger also, and they can be up in that tower. Kento's got this sweet deck, man. He could be fishing all day. Why would he be up there when he could be down here fishing? You know what I'm saying? He's taking a little bit of break. So we're going to put him in there. I'll show you that in just a second. And maybe, should I show you how I do it? Maybe I will. Maybe we'll do a little cut, show you how I do that. We'll do the animation. We got all kinds of stuff going on, guys. It's all about the details this episode. It's exciting. I can't stop talking. I'm just rambling like crazy. Let's get to that next step, guys. Well, guys, of course, I've been at this way longer than planned. And as you can see, it's a jumbled up mess for one little bitty animation. It's kind of crazy. We ended up with 30 separate animation frames. And I've got a little bit of a layout here. It's actually a lot simpler than it looks. The only hard part is the math. Actually, it's very simple math, but as you guys know, I hate it. I hate having to do it, but it's all right. The end result is worth it every time. It's so awesome. But basically, we got to basically, can I say basically again? Basically, we've got to go ahead and figure out what in the world is the actual location in the world compared to this block right here. The one thing I really wish Minecraft would change is to be able to locate this thing independent of this. Right now, each frame is located dependent upon this right here. The way they've got it set up is it automatically defaults to load this thing right on top. Whatever structure you load, it's going to load right on top of your structure block. And I have to tell it, no, don't do that. Load it way up there. And then when I come over here, I'm like, well, you got to load it way up there, but actually you got to move it back a few blocks because this is in a different location than this. That's the tough part. It's not that bad, honestly, guys. It's just a pain in my backside. And I'm not a big fan of it, but as you can see, we got a whole row down here, right? And that will essentially animate this crane in one direction. And then when we get around to this side, it goes over here and it follows a really long delay. And I found out this three repeaters at full delay seems to be a pretty good delay for me. And so I just went ahead and did that again. That's what we've done in some other animations. But then at the end, when it gets to its end point, it's going to have a really long delay right here. And then it's going to climb this stair step here, and it's going to basically do the exact same animation in reverse. And the reason that I stacked it on top of itself just like this is I try to line all of these blocks up in every direction as best I can, because that makes the whole pain in the rear end process that I just explained a whole lot easier. You only have to, recalculate one number basically. So we won't go into any more details than that. But it's because it's a little bit boring, to be honest with you. But like I said, the end result should be pretty awesome. So I want to see if I can get this thing started. And instead of a torch like normal, let's place down a button. Let's see if we can get this thing going. It should just go in this direction. And let's look at this thing for the first time together and pray and hope. Oh, it went this way too. How about that? Did not think that it would go in this direction as well. That's kind of odd. What's going on? Everything's broken. Everything's broken. I think it's a delay that's a little too long, apparently. Let's try this one more time if we can. Maybe we'll use the torch this time. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this craziness. Let's break all this up here. What's going on? Why is this powered up? This should not be powered up. Well, I guess that's what I get for trying to do something for the first time on camera. Let's give it one more shot. I have a feeling the issue might... Well, I'm not really sure. It shouldn't have traveled backwards there. Let's just do this again real quick. I did it again. It's creating a loop right here. That's what's going on. Right here is creating a loop. Let's see if it does the same thing when it gets back around. Well, you know what? It's doing it other places too, isn't it? Okay, so I've got some redstone to work out here. Let me work on this redstone right here, and then we will come back and hopefully get this thing sorted out the next time we do it. Okay, guys, after that fumble, I think we got it going. I've been following this thing around for a little bit. It looks like everything is good to go now. As you can see, it's just kind of doing its business. Being a little bit of a snake going on all over the place. And I think the issue was right here. I had redstone underneath this stair step, I guess, right here, and apparently it powered everything. But yeah, everything's going good now. Let's go up there and take a look at it. Hopefully I got everything in the right place and it all looks good, because I'm afraid that may not be the last of our problems. This thing is one of these things that just takes a lot of trial and error. Is it moving? Oh, we got a little bit. Well, it's flipping all over the place. Now, I'll tell you what, we might have an issue because I am on the server right now. But there we go. Hey, that looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, see right there, it skipped something at the end. I need to make sure I've got that animation in there. But the lag... Oh yeah, right there. That's wrong. Definitely wrong. Okay, we've got an actual issue going on now. Let's see if we can't fix that. But overall, I think it's going to be pretty cool. Let's see if we can't fix the problem that we got going on right now. All right, so here's the issue I thought we had. We've got actually two pulses going around at the same time. We might have stopped it just in time. Oh, there's one going right down here, and then there's one going right here. So we've got a couple pulses going on at the same time. Yep, and you see this one flying this way, and you see this one flying this way. So what's happening is it's lighting up stuff in different order. I've had this happen before. It lights up in different orders. You can see them flying all over the place. Now I did, by the way, let's go ahead and show you one thing that I did I think will help us out, and I mentioned this earlier I believe, but all of this, if you can see, this is one chunk right here, and it will hopefully prevent this kind of stuff from happening in the future. I think this is just me starting the thing up wrong. I've done something wrong in the process of starting this thing up. I think this is all my error, and it should stop here in a minute because I did delete that right there. So once it gets around to that point again, it should stop. So we'll see if that works. Let's see if that stops right here. So that signal stops. It doesn't keep going. There's another signal. So these signals, unless I've done something wrong, these signals should all die out here in just a minute. We've just got multiple signals going for some reason. So as soon as we fix that, I think that'll be the end of it. So let's see what happens. Oh, okay. It looks like right here, it looks like this is powering here. So that's the issue. We need to adjust this a little bit. Let's try that out and see if that works. That was continuing the signal. I was wondering how the signal kept going past the part that I had told it to stop, the little area that I broke right there. Let's see if that stops it. So that pulse stops now. Are there any more going on? I don't see any more. There's one right here. Let's follow this one. And if this one stops, I'll probably sit here and wait just a few more minutes to make sure they all stop. And I might go around and double check I don't have any issues like that. I didn't think that would happen, but apparently I think what was happening is this thing here was going this direction, and it was also going in this direction, and it was repeating and creating multiple signals. So it was just kind of getting worse and worse. But I think if I check all that, we're not going to have an issue here. That should be the only other place. I think we should be good. Okay, so let's go ahead. Since we've got that fixed up, let's go ahead and try this thing one more time, and a quick little boom pulse right there. That gets the signal flowing. Pop back up this ladder and see if we can't see this thing in action working the right way. Again, it still may not be perfect. We might have a little bit of it may not be as smooth as it could be just because we're on the server right now. But right there, it looks pretty good. Let's watch it for a second. So it should stop there. It should stay there for a minute. And then in just a minute, it'll go back up. Oh, there it goes. Oh, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh, my goodness. This thing took forever, but I'm psyched about it. You know what? There might be a little bit of glitch there I need to work out. But overall, as you can see, what's going on up here? There should be one or two more animations here. There we go. So it got a little bit stuck there. And I think that's just a server situation. Tell you what, let's hop up into creative again. And I will double check all this. But as you can see, everything seems to be working pretty well for the most part. You can see my bounding box here. I was testing everything in. But it looks pretty good. It goes down there, opens up. And then it'll pick it back up here in just a second. But as you can see, when it comes up here, it is supposed to, it didn't play the animation. We'll see if it does this time. It's supposed to set it down right here on this block. And, oh, it looks like I messed that up. That's okay. That's okay. It still looks good. That's something that will never be fixed. I'd have to go back. There was a sign right there. I'd have to go back to fix that. I'd have to. See, there should be one more. There should be one more animation that's missing somewhere. I'm going to have to figure that out. But one more animation that. There we go. Now, why did that take so long? Okay, guys, I can figure that out. But overall, it looks like it's working out pretty well. Pretty well indeed. But you can kind of see what I did up here to kind of make this thing make sense up above. It was going to take too much work to make BC move. I think it's doable, but it was just not something that I think, capable of doing right now. So I feel like he's good enough just kind of standing there watching things, conducting this whole orchestra. And why in the world is he making this diamond go back and forth anyway? Shouldn't he be bringing something back for every diamond? I don't know, man. The guy's a mad scientist, right? We don't have any explanation. He doesn't have to explain himself, I guess. Except for that right there. We got to fix that glitch. But anyways, guys, man, I think this worked out pretty good. I think in the future, we will do some more of this stuff because that's what I do, guys. You know me. And I've got some ideas coming up. But I'm really glad we've got a cool little animation going around in this area of the world now. couple little minor glitches to fix, but that ain't no big thing. We do that every time. No big thing at all. You know what? Let's sign out right here looking this way. Look at that pretty thing moving around in the background. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, man, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like on it. Spend a lot of time on this one, guys. If you really liked it, obviously subscribe if you're not already. That's the normal stuff. But man, I tell you what, why don't you share this video? I think it turned out all right. And like I said, I put a lot of work and effort into it. So if you really digged it, let somebody know about it. So anywho, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me again. We'll see you in the next one. And as always, until next time, keep it creative.